bago ako ano,
Biyahe.
4:45 mo. Eh, 4:15 yung...
Kala ko paglabas mo dahil nawala ka na agad.
Nag-ikot-ikot ako. Wala akong makuha dyan.
Pero dire-diretso.
Hmm?
Dire-diretso ka.
Nauna. Ikaw ba ito? Naka-view? Hindi.
Hindi.
Hi, Satvir. Hello. We'll just wait for other people to log in. And then afterwards, we'll start the session. How are you today? Good day, everyone, and once again, welcome to Vision Updates. So, if you have any questions or concerns that needs to be answered in regards to immigrating here in Canada, please put that in our comment section. And also, I would like to apologize for a bit of delay in our live streaming today. Just one second, I'm just fixing my camera. Morning, Eugene. Greetings. Good morning to South Africa. Okay, just one second. Maybe I should be wearing my headset. Just one second. Mahina ba? Mahina daw. Okay, just one second. I'm setting. Hello there. How's my voice now? Is it better or is it the same?
Hello, mic test. Okay, then that's good. Hi, Mac Ryan. How are you there? So, for those who are actually watching right now, please put your comments or your questions in our comment section down below, and I'll be more than very happy to assist you or provide you some answers. While waiting for others to log in, we'll just be reading some updates on Canada immigration, especially now that we're in the middle of 19 pandemic. So for those who have not read the CIC News or Canada Immigration Newsletter, I'm just sharing you some articles. It says here that after coronavirus, immigrants will be key to Canada's economic recovery. So what does that mean? When everything goes back to normal, that there's no more COVID-19, Canada would definitely be requiring more immigrants because as we all know, Canada being one of the strongest first world countries in the world, and obviously Canada needs to recover as soon as possible, and that would happen by making sure that Canada gets or hires or brings more immigrants here in Canada. With that, I always encourage you all guys to please be ready because of course now is the best time for you to prepare so that when things goes back to normal and it would be a good opportunity for you to enter, to get in and to put in your application because right now is the best time for you to improve your chances, to work on your qualifications, to work on the requirements, and obviously um, that's the reason why we're actually doing this kind of live streaming, question and answer, and I also provide tips and provide advice to people who are interested to immigrate here in Canada. So with that, I would like to make sure that I hope that you have watched my video about how to create um, a Canada standard CV or resume. And those are other questions or those are some of the tips that of course we will be providing for you. So of course I would like to say hi first to our viewers. Hi Eugene Ru. Hi Mac Ryan. Hi Aditya. And okay, so Aditya Chattopadhyay here has a question. What are the chances of restaurant managers to be successful under AIPP? Um, Of course, restaurant managers, especially in fast food service industry, has a very, very good chance of coming and immigrating here in Canada, especially in AIPP program. Me, I'm a product of AIPP, and I came here as fast food supervisor. My background was restaurant manager in a hotel, and as far as I know a lot of employers that they are actually hiring immigrants under AIPP or under provincial nomination program as well. To give you a quick overview or to name some of the employers, there's Tim Hortons, there is KFC, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Burger King, and other fast food restaurants. There are also other restaurants such as Jungle Gym. Those are restaurants that I know that are hiring immigrants under AIPP or some of them under Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Okay, I'll just check other questions. I'm using iPad right now. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'll go through some of the other questions. So another question here from Satvir Singh. It says that any idea why provinces are not conducting frequent draws, especially Alberta, because in 2019 My NOC 1311 was on fire in Alberta. Okay, thank you very much for your questions at the beginning. As I keep on mentioning, of course, this kind of draws from other different provinces. It's the prerogative of the province, and especially right now, there are no jobs available. Especially, that's why yes, there's there would be a need for more immigrants, but now is not the best time to come here, especially because obviously the Canada government knows and understands that if these people will come here as an immigrant, of course, there would be a shortage of jobs for them, and of course, the government of Canada does not want more people to depend on the Canada government. So what you need to put in mind is just put in your application, prepare, and just wait. As I've said, when all this COVID-19 pandemic finishes or stops, everything goes back to normal, there would be a better chance of more people being needed to come here and immigrate in Canada. Okay? Hi, Rahul Ragavan. How are you there? Mac Ryan, how about petroleum engineer and truck driver? I get my CDL recently since no jobs in the oil field in the US. Hi, Mac Ryan. Thank you for that question. Yes, actually, my next video that I will be creating, I will be doing a top 10 of the most highly sought jobs or needed jobs here in Canada. And yes, truck driver is one of the top 10. So you just need to, I'll read you or I'll create that video and please wait for that. Um, Walmart, for example, is very, very needed of truck drivers delivering and transporting their products to different branches and from the warehouses. So truck driver is one of the most in-demand jobs in Canada right now. Okay, I have received some questions about nurses. Um, I also just want to make sure that, of course, I make this clear for those people who, for those nurses who aspire to come and immigrate here in Canada. So for nurses, if you are actually a registered nurse or already a practicing nurse in your countries or overseas, then if you want to immigrate here in Canada, you need to take NNAS or National Nursing Assessment Service. This is like a certification to certify um, and also an assessment exam. So all your documents, all your diploma, your birth certificate, you have to send this through this assessment. And of course, it will cost you 765 US dollars that you need to pay. It might take an average of a year. And after that, once you have processed your NNAS, then they will contact you and then they will be in touch with you for the next steps of the processes. And they will also be requiring you for language exam, such as English or French exam. And from there, um, then you can start processing your application for provincial nomination program or for express entry as well. Okay, so if you have any other questions, so as like just to review as well those jobs or those programs that are new and people should be looking forward to. Pathways to immigrate here in Canada. Number one is AIPP or Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. There is also so-called Agri-Food Immigration Pilot Program. So this is for people from the agricultural industry. There is also the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Several communities have already opened their portals, so please make sure that you are actually checking the updates on that as well. There is also the Ontario Regional Immigration Pilot Program, um, and then other programs as well. The Express Entry, the Provincial Nomination Program. Okay, so let's check the question here from Chitchat TV. Hi Ray, can you please guide me through regarding SINP in demand job experience? The job experience must have to be in the same NOC throughout, or it can be under different NOC. As I keep on mentioning, when you're applying for a job here in Canada, it has to be the same job description. So NOC can be, of course, it can be for example, from a managerial position to supervisor. So it will become from NOC 0 to NOCD. That is fine as long as it's the same job description, meaning the duties and responsibilities are the same. So if you're, for example, a restaurant manager in the past and you're applying for a restaurant supervisor to be qualified for a program, that is all fine because obviously the job description or the duties and responsibilities of a restaurant supervisor are also being done by a restaurant manager. So I hope that clears your question, Chichat TV. Rahul Raghavan, can you explain about the procedure for ECA or WES? I have completed diploma in mechanical engineering in India. Okay, thank you very much for that question. I'll be more than happy to discuss ECA or Educational Credential Assessment. I also created a video about what is an ECA and how to apply for an ECA, but of course, to give you an overview, it is very important that you need to choose the designated or. Oh, my voice is not clear. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, how is it now? Just one second. Okay, let me. How's it now? Hello. Just one second. Okay, let me. How's it now? Hello. Just one second. Okay, let me. How's it now? Okay, just one second. Let me try to fix that because okay, just one second. Let me try to fix that because um
Hello there. How about now? Is it better? Okay, I'm not quite sure what is wrong. I think it's because I'm using iPad. Okay, so let me know if it's not clear so I can repeat, okay? Very muffled sound. Hmm. I'm not quite sure how I could fix that. But okay, so I'll try my best. I think it's because I'm not using a laptop today. I'm using the iPad in my live streaming. Got headset on. Just one second, okay? Let me. Is it still bad? Hello, mic test. Naka earphone ka ba?
Hmm.
Ano ba to? Okay, just 1 second, guys. I'll try to fix it. Hello, mic test. Hello, hello. Is it better or is it the same? Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay then. Okay. Then I'll make sure that I'll speak louder. Okay. I'll also put this. Okay. So just 1 second. Okay, let's go back to ECA or Educational Credential Assessment. As I was mentioning, I created a video already about it, but I'll give you better. Um, I'll give you an overview of how you could apply for an ECA. So first is you need to choose the organization that you would want your credentials to be to assess. Obviously, you mentioned WES. So, okay. So you sign up with the WES website and then you create your profile. And then it will ask you to choose what kind of ECA assessment you need. I think one of the option is for immigration purposes. So you choose that. Hi, hello. Hi, Joy Torres. So if you choose that, you create your profile. It will ask you for your highest educational credential, and then it will actually ask you to pay the fee online as well. So once you have paid the fee online, then you should also be requesting either a certified true copy or a copy of original copy of your transcript of records and diploma from the college or university where you graduated, and you need to make sure that they will be sending it directly in a sealed envelope. They will send the copy of your transcript and diploma to WES or to whatever designated organization that you choose. Once, an average a month or 45 days, especially now with COVID case. And then they will be in touch with you and they will send you an original copy of your ECA. There is a tracking, there's a way for you to track as well your process. So it's very, very easy. And then your ECA, once it's been assessed, it is valid for 5 years maximum that you could use it. Okay, so chit chat. I'll repeat the question. What was it? Anyways, what were you? Okay, I'll back read. Okay, so you were asking about the NOC. Okay, in any program, especially here, immigrating here in Canada, for example, SINP or Saskatchewan Immigration Nomination Program, NOC, it doesn't matter if it's NOC zero. For example, if your job experience is a managerial position, and then you will go and apply for an NOCB, a supervisory job. What is important is you would be the job that you are applying is the same um, duties and responsibilities that you have previously performed in the past. So, for example, if your job, let's say, for example, restaurant manager, let's say your job, current job is NOC 0, which is a restaurant manager, and then you would be applying for a restaurant supervisor, which is an NOCB, it's matter because the duties and responsibilities of a restaurant supervisor is being performed by a restaurant manager. So what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter if there will be a change of NOC as long as the duties and responsibilities that of the job that you're applying for, you are actually conducting or performing that already. Okay, so I hope that clears your question. Okay, Aditya, thank you for the reply. But how to find a job from Dubai under AIPP? Aditya, thank you very much as well for that question. I also created a video about how you could get a job from out of Canada. So if you like, you can feel free to have a look and look at it because I provide 10 tips to make you for you to easier for you to find a job easier. But currently, in this current situation, as I keep on mentioning, there are no jobs available for people who are not here in Canada because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And a lot of Canadian citizens and permanent residents and those work permit holders have lost their jobs. So, obviously, because of this, jobs are actually scarce, and there is a shortage of jobs for people who are already here. Businesses are closing. So, what I keep on saying is for you to take advantage of this time to prepare and wait for the right time because, as I've said earlier, and it's also mentioned in the CIC news, that when COVID 19 is gone and everything goes back to normal, Canada would be needing a lot of immigrants to come here and to help Canada recover its economic growth. So that's something that I could say right now. Okay. Rakesh, hello. I have applied for endorsement, sir. Do you think officer working on endorsement? Rakesh D, yes. Officers are still working on endorsement, on applications for immigration and work permits. The thing is, because of the COVID 19, most of them are actually working from home or they're actually doing a skeletal workforce, meaning shortened hours, limited number of people coming in the office. So obviously, this would cause delay on your application. That's why if a regular application for endorsement only takes 1 to 3 months, let's say, it might take 4, 5, 6 months. Okay. And speaking of jobs, there is really a shortage of jobs, and I'm telling you right now, the reason I actually delayed our live streaming for today is because I'm also doing a part time job, um, like I'm delivering food, skip the dishes if you're familiar. So that's what I'm doing because I have been laid off from my job in the hotel. Our hotel temporarily closed until everything gets back to normal. Okay. Anyways, I have some notes here that maybe um, that could help you actually. This is these are the steps. So earlier, someone asked about how Aditya asked about how to find a job offer. Right now, there's no jobs, but when the right time comes, I hope you're ready. That's why I created these 10 steps or 10 tips on how you could get a better job offer here in Canada. First is make sure you qualify for AIPP program, because I know a lot of people here are just looking for an opportunity to immigrate here in Canada through AIPP. But the first question is, you need to assess yourself. Do you actually qualify for the program? Do you have enough experience, which is at least 1 year of job experience within the past 3 years? Education, do you meet the minimum educational requirement, which is a Canadian high school graduate? English proficiency, do you have an IELTS or an English proficiency minimum of CLB4? Would you be able to gather or process police clearances when necessary? And do you have the sufficient proof of fund? Okay, so those are the minimum requirements of the program. Next, what about your CV or your resume? Have you prepared it, or have you standardized, or have you formatted it to meet the Canadian standard format? Okay, let's go back to the questions. Rakesh, sir, do you think endorsement might cancel because of Canadian losing their jobs? Um, Endorsement will not be canceled because of those, because obviously the Canadian government understands that endorsement is just one of the requirements for you to process your permanent residence. So it's a long term, okay? It's not urgent. Like, for example, once you receive your provincial endorsement, it will take you another 6 months to process your permanent residence. So there would be no reason for the officers to refuse or cancel endorsements because of COVID 19. Okay, Chit Chat TV, Ray, any idea when visit visa application starting to process again? I want to apply for visit visa while currently I am in USA. As far as I know, Chit Chat TV, applications for visitors visa has never stopped. Immigration are still processing work permit, study permit, visitors visa, or permanent residence. The only thing that stop is the entry of people who are on visitors visa to come here in Canada, unless you are an immediate family member of a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. So once again, the processing of these visas never stop. However, if you're a visitor's visa handler, you cannot come here in Canada for the time being because of COVID-19, unless you are an immediate family of a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident. Okay? So I hope I answered your question, Chicha TV. By the way, for those people who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I would encourage you to please do so. And also, please share our live streaming to your friends and your family members who are very much interested to immigrate here in Canada as well. And please, I would appreciate questions that you have in your mind to please put it in our comment section. Chitchat TV, thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome. It's always my pleasure. Okay, we'll just wait for some more questions from others. Okay, so while we're waiting for questions, I'll just be checking some of the questions that have been posted in our groups. Okay, Rakesh, another question when it comes to your endorsement. Okay, no problem. Please put it in the comment. I receive a question here, so maybe something that you might be interested to know about as well. Good day, everyone. Hope everyone is staying safe. Could I please ask about medical check? I just wanted to know, do I book it before I submit my PR application or do I wait for IRCC to request from me? My answer is you have an option. You can actually wait for the request for a medical, or you can also do an upfront or walk-in medical. As long as medical should be valid for at least a year from the moment you have taken or undergone that medical. Okay, so what was your question? Question about endorsement in process and not approved yet. Do you think it might be refused because of Canadian? Oh, I think I answered this already. As I mentioned, Rakesh, there would be no reason for your endorsement to be refused because of the Canadians losing jobs. It does not have an impact on that. Um, an endorsement letter is just one of the requirements for you to apply for permanent residency here in Canada. So it would not be affected by people losing their jobs here in Canada because the Canadian government understands that it will take you another 6 months to apply for your permanent residence. And hopefully, when you get your permanent residence, this COVID 19 is already gone. Thank you very much. Oh, it's very, very welcome. And for those people who just log in, or if you're interested or if you have any questions, please put that in our comment section. Otherwise, you could also put comments so I would know who are our viewers right now. Okay, guys, if you have any other questions, I'm not quite sure if there are some more questions that would be raised in our live streaming today. Otherwise, we'll have to shorten this session since we don't have the questions and also it's a bit late. But yeah, we'll wait for more questions. No worries. Okay, we'll check for more questions in our live streaming while we're waiting for people. any more questions in here? Okay, I don't think there would be more questions right now. So I think we'll have to stop our live streaming. I hope that the next session might be on Tuesday, and I hope it would be better. I will be using the laptop once again. If you have any other questions, please feel free to put in a comment in our videos, and also you can reach out to me on my Facebook page. So thank you very much, guys, and I hope you're all better and have a good night. Thank you. Bye bye.